Hello, hello YouTube, this is Chance Paladin playing Shadowrun Des Moines Campaign, which is my campaign, and I wanted to give everybody a status update on it. I've been working on this like 8, 10, 12 hours a day for the last week or so, and I've made a lot of progress since my last one, so hope you guys will sit down, chill for a little bit as I show you what I've been working on. And if you want an overview of everything, you'll have to watch the first video, but I'll explain as much as I can. But mostly I want to explain the new stuff. So here we go. Hey, it's Jake. So, as always, a lot of my promotion of this isn't self-promotion. It's to promote the Shadowrun Returns Kickstarter for Hong Kong. So I want you guys to check that out. I'll put a link down below if you don't know about the Hong Kong Kickstarter. It's amazing. So here's Jake. You can talk to him now. You can hire him now. And he'll follow me around from scene to scene. And you can see, if I try to go back, that he won't be there now. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it took actually a lot of work. So you'll see he's still following me around. He's not standing over there. And that's the same for all the new Shadowrunners that I've created. Well, they're not new, I just made it to where they can join now. You'll see that there's little dialogue he says, my little main guy, Net Pally, says everything every time he sees one of his Shadowrunner friends. That started as defect checking to make sure all the triggers were executing properly, but it ended up just being pretty cool for just to have, because it's cool. Here's Ricky. You can hire him now. He's a rat shaman from the Genesis version. He is one of my favorite Genesis. He was my favorite Genesis character. I always permanently hired him. It was one of the first things I ever did. I would grind ghouls to get Ricky. So I'm just checking his model really quick. Yeah, his model still looks good. Okay. I've been working on customizing their models. Armitage's model looks really good because it comes looking really good, but Ricky's models needs some more work. Here's Dances with Clams. She's got a custom model now that fits her profile. And she is hireable too. So we will go check out some of the new areas I've been developing. So, last time I spoke about wanting to program in Midway and CTAC, and I did that. If you know anything about Western Washington, Midway south of Des Moines, between Des Moines and Federal Way, and SeaTac is north of Des Moines, between Des Moines and Seattle. So we'll go up to SeaTac first. So going this way, like, implies that you're getting on I-5, sort of. Which is Halloweener territory in my story. So SeaTac is eventually going to be a lot bigger than this, but oh, holy cow, I can see those guys. I wonder if my characters have higher perception now or something, or maybe it's just how my guys happen to spawn. So Jake is kind of a ranged weapons and caster guy. I haven't added any inventory to him yet, but he's got a lot of spells. I'm also going to be changing the gun that he has. He has an Ares Predator right now, which is a very good gun, but he's going to be a little bit more tactical than just his pistol, his sidearm. He's going to have an actual rifle. Let's see. Yes, it worked. Okay. I've been learning about how shamans work so I can actually build my 2 shamans properly. I put some... I know it's kind of corny, but, you know, chest-high barriers. Cover in the scheme is so important. I wanted to be able to enter this area with decent cover. Does he have an AoE move? He has speed. Speed and slow. And a toxic elemental. Nice. Oh hey, class. Okay. So his class swipe looks like it's working too. So the shamans are very, very themed. Clams is more water, ocean sort of based. So moves like Pebble, although I'm not sure what Pebble does, but she has slow also. Fog is an AoE. And she's got water elemental, whereas Ricky's got toxic elementals. And she can cast Acid Bolt. Looks like she only has Acid Bolt. Interesting. These guys aren't meant to be a stomp group, but they're meant to be very powerful, kind of in their own right. Oh, he's running away crying. No, that's so sad. I'm not worried about all that BS. Just drives me crazy about, oh, what if people import and steamroll and blah blah blah. This is gonna be really hard. It's not really hard right now. Oh wow, that's cool. But it is going to be very hard. I'm going to be leveling these guys up a lot to where if you come here, you're basically going to get destroyed. I'm not sure. I'm guessing either they can't walk through here for some reason, or no, you can walk in here. There's only one little hole though. I better widen that. So I haven't actually been able to playtest this area very much because I only got their skills loaded properly earlier. So we'll exit here for now, leave them alone until I can get them fixed. I mean, get their AI fixed. I have a feeling it's set to defensive, so they're probably trying to protect. I think they're trying to protect this area and protect each other, and that's why they're not leaving. So I need to get them some healers and stuff so they can protect themselves better. But SeaTac is going to be a much bigger area, and it's going to just be freaking completely infested with Halloweeners. Very high level gangbangers, basically. Okay, let's go check out Midway. I also am going to put in proper, I think they're called regions, so everybody spawns in the proper way. So if you zone in from here, you spawn here. If you zone in from here, you spawn here. Same thing with the house. I just haven't coded that in yet. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to learn how to do it. So they're not just static spawn-in points. I'm sure it's fairly simple now that I've gotten this far. I just need to do it. But it's not super high on my priority list. Balancing and getting my little Shadowrunner buddies and then getting the enemies to work right is my top priority right now. Oh, I forgot to say, Dances with Clams is from the Super Nintendo version, but I didn't know that until I went back and looked and realized it. So she was an original character that I created, but come to find out she was actually in the Super Nintendo version already. Here's the chapel, or what I'd call it, ministry or whatever. All the different religions conglomerate here and get along for security purposes. I forgot if I told everybody that last time. They provide food for the homeless people and shelter and stuff. If they behave, if they don't behave, they get stuffed back down here to the to Midway, where they belong. If they're gonna misbehave. Oh my goodness, nobody's wearing any clothes. Oh, I'll have to fix that. Those people are supposed to be wearing clothes. Oh well. So why am I in combat? Well, because there's gonna be bad guys down there. Whoops. I wasn't looking to see who was. Now these aren't meant to be chest-high walls like in the Halloweener area. In fact, in the Halloweener area, there isn't going to be chest-high walls every 2 feet. It just kind of ended up being... I had to put something down because it drove me nuts not having it. I always want my guys to run and find cover. So this garbage, I didn't plan this. There just ended up being trash everywhere. And I haven't actually playtested this part since I got all my Shadowrunners working properly. These ghouls are good guy ghouls, they're not bad guy ghouls. They just... It's kind of the evolution. You got like the homeless people, and then the ghouls, and... But I haven't tested this, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Because it takes... And I guess this is the same with all development. It takes long to test, and so it's kind of... You test a little bit, and then you want to go fix a bunch of things. And then you just keep doing that over and over and over again. Oh my gosh, more naked people. That's weird, those guys weren't naked before, I wonder... Oh, maybe I haven't tested... No, I have tested this part. I don't remember them being naked. That's weird. Okay. These are supposed to be ghouls, but... Obviously something's messed up. Because... they're all set to neutral. So I will figure that out later. Oops, wrong button. This is supposed to be like an evil, bad, scary area where the ghouls are starting to come out. In here, I will show you. So it's supposed to be pretty difficult to get in here. There's supposed to be a fight, but obviously the AI needs some tweaking. That's too bad. Oh, whoops. Yeah. So... there's supposed to be tons of bad guys in here. It looks like they're not bad guys right now, but it drops you in here and there's no way out. You've got to reach the other side to get out. And these mobs are supposed to be super hard. So it's supposed to be really hard to get in here, and then it's supposed to be even harder to get back out again. And then I'm gonna add a lot more detail. And I didn't even add a scene description. I must have forgot. I haven't done any development down here for a day or two. So obviously I need to spend a good chunk of time on the ghouls. Making sure the ghouls work properly. Oh, holy... Oh! Oh! Oh, he kicked me! Oh, I know what the problem is. I don't think the Shadowrunners are enemies with the ghouls. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Get out. Get out. Oh, they started beating the crap out of Jake. So there isn't going to be such a thing as overpowered. If anything, you're pretty much going to be underpowered on the overworld. Underpowered on the overworld, but overpowered on the Matrix, if your decker's good enough. Man, those things started beating the crap out of me. So it spits you back out to midway. I'm gonna change that. It's gonna pop out at a different spot, but I haven't created an exit spot yet. Oh, okay, yeah, so here we are. So we're back in safe again, outside the chapel. So anyway, let's see, can you get... I can't remember if I made it to where you can get over there yet. No, I gotta make that door work. But, okay. So there's a whole area over here, but you can't get there or see it yet because I got to get that door working. But this kind of concludes the development I've done so far. It doesn't seem like a lot, but getting these Shadowrunners to work properly took me a couple days. But now that I got it working again, it's pretty fun. I'm gonna get these shopkeepers working and get lots more people to talk to and lots of more areas to explore. And there's lots and lots and lots of story potential because just like all the underground areas, like there's holes and stuff back there, and I don't know if you can notice, but there's like a covered, secret kind of covered area behind where Ricky hangs out, which is gonna be his house, his little home. And there's obviously the bug out location, which, oh, I guess I could show you the bug out location. I've done a little bit to that. So I've added a bunch of bushes. They look a little out of place, but that's the best I can do. I'm going to be changing this water. I think I have found some other water colors, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, cool. Let's walk over that. This is supposed to be a beaver dam. I'm going to try to put some twigs and stuff in there. And I'm walking on the shore of the river. See if there's any twig stuff. And there's water effects. I'm going to put water effects, and I'm going to use a different color of water if I can find it. And I'm going to attach this. The problem is honestly that as much as I've put on this map, it really taxes the engine. It's a little over half out of memory on this map, which is one of the other reasons why I keep segmenting everything, even though the scenes seem really small right now. Once they start to balloon, you can fill up a scene easily. So if you end up wanting to make an area big later, the last thing you want is to have to like completely redo everything. So also, I don't always want these turrets to be here. It would be really cool if I could make them pop out of the ground, but I don't know if the game can do that. I might maybe try to find a manhole cover and then see if I can make the triggers to pop them out or something, but that's pretty advanced stuff. So I added a forest here. I finally found some trees, sort of. It was hard, but once I got my game imported into the new editor, which took some work, I think that's what it really took, and then I attached it to all the content packs, and that's when I found these trees. And I'll start attaching to more people's content packs soon. We'll see though. I still don't really know how to do that. But I tried to add a little bit of green to the trees. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen any full trees yet. If they're there, I can't find them. I have a feeling that some of the stuff from the content packs isn't pulling properly, which is why I can't find the other water tiles. I can only find the sewer water tiles, and I don't know why. There's other water tiles. Just can't find them. Some really nice blue, which is what's supposed to be here. So everything's like dreary greens and browns, which is fine, but if I can find a nice bright blue, that's what I want. So anyway, I think that's everything. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I've been spending tons of time on this, and I'm so stoked that I got my little buddies working, because they're not like Shadowrunners. These guys are like actual friends of his, or at least Ricky is, and Jake is a friend, and Clams is a friend too. Jake is just stopping through Des Moines, but Dances with Clams actually lives there and helps protect the beach, and Ricky helps protect the underground. So there will be a lot of stories around that, but still, almost everything's going to be happening in the Matrix. But I wanted it to have a really nice community culture feel to like what Des Moines would really be in the future, and just try to make a really good campaign in hopes that other people do the same thing. So, you know, with what Hairbrained's doing, I try to feel like Dead Man Switch is really just like Shadowrun Seattle. And then Dragonfall is actually, you know, Shadowrun Berlin. But then Hong Kong's like Shadowrun Hong Kong. And then if everybody just did their own, you know, mine would be Shadowrun Des Moines. And instead of waiting for Hairbrained to do Shadowrun Denver, you know, or we talked about what Shadowrun Los Angeles, Shadowrun like Australia. We were talking about a bunch of these the other day. You know, they're never gonna make a Shadowrun Des Moines, and Des Moines was my hometown, my home city. So I told everybody that I was gonna make this, and told everyone I came up with the plans for everybody else to do it too, and then maybe someday we could hook them all together. But I don't think we have to hook them all together, but I think just having them is enough, and then yeah, I think it's just cool if everybody just would make their hometown in Shadowrun. Even if there aren't any quests, I think just making the overworld is cool enough, and then if you want to share it with everybody and someone else finds their hometown, they could start adding stuff in too, and start adding other streets and stuff just like I did. So like if somebody else grew up in Midway, they could do Shadowrun Midway, and I don't know, it would be cool. I mean, and like we were talking about in the feed too, most of Shadowrun, like, the areas, the scene, the setting is just as much of a character as the characters, quite frankly. So, you know, even though we've got characters here and they're all friends and they know each other and they're trying to defend their town, they're trying to live and they're trying to survive, but the town is very much a character too. So I think that's it. I don't think there's any more really that I've added. So thanks for watching, you guys, and remember to support Shadowrun Hong Kong, which is the one Hairbrained's working on, the official one, and I'll put a link down below in case you haven't checked it out yet. It still has a couple weeks left. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.